fun with wetsuits today. These things pain sometimes. But they make you faster in the water, more buoyant, and upset the dog more. So, today, we learned how to put on, a wetsuit. So, let's get it on. Welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the vlog. Today, we're going to go do a little instructional about how to put on a wetsuit. So, there's a little bit of technique that is kind of required to wrestle one of these things on. You're going to be doing this in non-ideal situations. Early in the morning, it's going to be dark, it's going to be hot or wet or cold or whatever. A lot of these videos out there, they say, just slide it on and then work your way up. Like, you're nervous, you're anxious, you're whatever. It's your first triathlon, so you're really nervous, you're sweating, and so to get these things on can be a pain. So, just like anything, you have to do things one leg at a time. So that's what we're going to do here today, is just put this on one leg at a time, except it's not that easy. So there's a couple tricks to getting your wetsuit on without wrestling it and basically breaking a sweat and being worn out before the race even starts. Okay, so the first technique I'm going to show is using a product called, what I use actually, is called TriSlide. And I'll have this available, let's see if we get that a little closer. And I'll have this available in the description below. You can get these things on Amazon. That's where I got it. If you get through my link below, probably get a little bit of a deal. And I get a little bit of a deal as well. So it's called TriSlide, and it says an anti-blister, anti-chafe, anti-friction, silky feel, fragrance, something. It's blocked out. But basically what you're going to do is you're going to, if I can step back here and zoom down a little bit, let's see if I can do this. Woo, go down to my legs. Basically, you can take this, you're going to spray it all over your legs, both sides, both legs. And then you're going to simply slide your leg into your suit and pull up until it's around the ankle, the way it's supposed to be, just like that. All right, that's one way to do it. The other technique is a little bit cheaper way, because TriSlide costs some money. And the other technique is to use a bag. And I haven't done this really, but I've done it for when I'm in a jam, when I don't have anything with me. And basically what you do is you're going to put the bag on your foot, like such, and then you put your bag foot in and take the bag foot out, put the bag foot in and you push it all the way around, and then you slide it in, and it makes it easier to slide on, just like that. And then, so this is the way you work it. This is the way you work it. You gotta bag it up, and you can pull the bag out and shake it all about, and you got that done. And you can use the same bag for the other side. Seems pretty simple, huh? So, let's get back to being in focus here. All right, and a little bit more. So once you have your legs in your wetsuit, and I've managed to do this one backwards, so I had to take this off and do it the right way. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. The other thing about the TriSlide is you can use it pretty much everywhere. And so you don't just use it on your legs, you can use it under your arms where you ever have chafing. And I'll show you where you use it around your neck, because When you have your wetsuit on all the way, it can get a little chafy around the neck, and the last thing you want is to have chafing around your neck, because then it looks like you have a big hickey. So let me get this thing sorted out. Again, wrestling the wetsuit. And all right, so we're getting this thing on. We only got time. And the main word of caution is do not use your nails or fingertips. They say paw at it with the pads of your fingertips. So that's a good word of advice. Otherwise, you'll put holes into the rubber side of the suit, and then you're gonna be stuck there putting rubber cement on to patch up all your holes. And I've been there, and some of my teammates have been there as well. And we sit there and we complain about tri-suits and wetsuits while we put rubber cement on our wetsuits. So now I have this up, you pull it up a little bit, and you shake it up, and then you'll see you have some wrinkly areas here, and you don't want any of that. That's not good. So you pinch a little bit, and you pull it, don't use your nails or anything, you pull it up, and you kind of work your way up one leg, and then whatever you have on the side, you kind of paw it, work your way up until it's snug in the crotchal area, and you can actually pull up a little bit as well, and work it up. So, there you go. It's all the way up to your midsection. This is kind of where you're gonna hang out until you're ready to get ready to go, because you'll have to go to the bathroom 3 or 4 times if you're nervous before the race, so you always keep it down. But then, when you're ready to go all the way, and I usually take my watch off for this part, because I don't want to hurt my watch, and I don't want to hurt my suit with my watch. And then, you get all the wrinkles out here. Again, you get it on, you paw, use the pads of your hands, and you work it up. And you do the other side. Pinch and pull, pinch and pull. That's all it is, pinch and pull. And long sleeves are a little bit more difficult than a sleeveless wetsuit, obviously. But you get it up, and you're going to pull this thing, and pinch and pull until you get it snug in your armpit. You want this thing to be functional. You don't want to be catching water, and you want to be able to have mobility. So you pull this thing all the way up until it's nice and snug. Make sure your jersey's all the way up too. And then it's not right yet. You want this thing up higher. This helps get more snug into your crotch area. And you pull, pinch and pull, pinch and pull, pinch and pull. And up the back, pinch and pull, up the back until it feels snug and you don't have any creeping areas. So then the tricky part, which may require a friend or another competitor that's feels like being nice to you, is to get your back zipped up. And sometimes you're chasing this thing like a dog chasing a tail, and you grab it, and sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's not, and you grab the string, make sure everything's out of the way, you pull up gently, because if it's jammed back there, you don't want to pull too hard because you'll break the zipper or the string and you're in trouble. So then, once you have the wetsuit all the way up, you pull it up so it's snug and not choking you, and make sure the zipper is all the way up. And this might require a little bit of assistance from husband or wife, teammate, or bystander, or they'll just sit here and laugh at you as you're struggling with your zipper. So mine is all the way up. And one final trick is what you can do with this. This is the strap that you use for pulling your zipper up and for pulling the zipper back down when you're ready to take your wetsuit off. But there are some devious triathletes out there who, during the swim, will try to disrobe you during the swim. They'll actually try to pull the string and unzip you and then you're really in trouble because your suit fills with water, you're struggling to get that thing back on, you're getting swum over by everybody else. Bad news. So what I try to do is I hide this, and if I can show this, I take the end of this, which has a piece of Velcro on it most of the time, and make sure everything's nice and flat in here. And I Velcro it onto the inside of this, and then I Velcro that onto my neck. This way you have it's a shorter loop. You can still reach back here to grab your string when you're ready to take your wetsuit off, but it's kind of out of the way of everybody else. So, but before you get all there, you want to make sure that the Velcro is not rubbing your neck, because that's bad news. But again, right in this area here, it can get tight. It's supposed to be snug, nice and snug. It's the way it's supposed to be. Except when you're swimming and you're moving, this tends to want to rotate around. And over a course of even like a Olympic distance triathlon, 1,500 yards or whatever, you can actually get some chafing. So again, you can use a TriSlide, you can use chamois butter, Vaseline, anything, and you put it where your neck touches the wetsuit, and be liberal with it. It's gonna save you. And then you're good to go. Now the final thing is I took my watch off because it makes it easier to put my wetsuit on. But you have to put the watch back on because you use it for racing, right? So what you don't want to do is you don't want to put your watch on over top like this because it causes a problem. It's nice and easy to see. You can see what time it is, you can see what your distance is, even though you're in the water and the water's probably murky. You don't want to do that because when it comes time to rip the suit off, your watch is going to be holding your bag. So what you do is you just simply pull back on the wetsuit like so. You put your watch on like so, and let me get that in there. Everything's a challenge. It's like a triathlon day. Everything's going to be a challenge to you. Going to the back is going to be a challenge. And then you put that over top, put your wetsuit over top of your watch. And it's snug and safe. You can't read it, but you're in the water. You're not going to, if you're racing, you're not going to stop and look at your watch. So don't even worry about it. You can start it underneath. It's going. Don't worry about it. And then when it comes time to take off your wetsuit, it won't be in the way at all. So finally, when you get out of the water, the TriSlide, which you put on your legs and your neck, is still there actually. It'll stay with your body, won't wash off that easily. And it makes it easier to get the wetsuit off. So when you get out of the water, you're starting to run, because you usually have to go to transition. And it's usually a long way to the bikes. And as you're running along, you pull your goggles, and cap off in one shot. You take your strap, which is right here. It's not dangling down and another swimmer didn't grab it and disrobe you. You grab your strap right here. You pull that down, just like this. You undo your strap, and you can do this all while running. So you're moving along, you strip, go down this other side, you strip, and then as you get into when you get into transition, you're next to your bike, you pull down, and you just start kicking your pants off, the bottoms of your wetsuit off. Or if you're in an Ironman race or a larger race, sometimes you'll have volunteers there, and they're called strippers. And what they'll do is you'll get out of the water, they'll tell you to lay down on the ground, and what they'll do is you do the top part, and then you lay down on the ground, and they'll grab this part of the wetsuit, and they'll rip it off your legs. And then you get back up, and you grab your wetsuit, and you run the transition. But in most small races, you're going to be stuck running down in the transition area like this, because you're going to have done all this while getting out of the water, going to the transition area. And then you just pull down as far as you can. You kick, and you're off. Use your hands sometimes. Just like a pair of pants, and you're out. And with the TriSlide, it makes it very easy. So that is my little tutorial on putting on your wetsuit and taking your wetsuit off. one word of advice if you do use TriSlide is do not get it on your hands. So it has a nice area here to keep it away from your fingers, where you can have a loved one or a friend spray you. The reason I say do not get it on your hands is because it does stay with you, and it doesn't just wash off in the water or even with sweat. So what happens is if your hands have the TriSlide all over it, you become slippery on the bike, and you'll have problems holding the bull horns or even your aero bars on the bike, which could cause a problem. I also do not recommend using the TriSlide on your arms, on your forearms, for the same reason, because you're already in the aero position, and if you have the TriSlide where your arm pads are, your elbow pads, you're going to end up sliding off. So you do not want to use the TriSlide on your arms or hands at all. You can use it around your neck, you can use it under your arms to prevent chafing while you're swimming and running, and around your legs. That's the only places where it should be used. Anyway, I'm not sure if there's anything else I'm missing, or if there's something else I think I should add. If there is, please leave a comment. Let me know how you put your wetsuit on for a triathlon, or how you take it off, or anything that makes it easier or safer. Leave comments below. That's how I do it. It's how I've been doing it for 15 years. It's worked pretty well for me. I haven't had any major problems. I used to struggle getting the wetsuit on, but that's because I didn't know what TriSlide was, or I didn't use a bag, and I would just struggle, and next thing you know, you're sweating profusely because it's 80 degrees at 7 o'clock in the morning in Delaware, and it makes it even harder to get the wetsuit on when you're sweating. So anyway, that's all I got for today. Hope you enjoyed it. If you like it, give me a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe down below. And also in the description, I'll leave a link for that TriSlide, which I love. I use it all the time, and you can get it on Amazon. There's a link to Amazon down below. So until next time, peace.